Alright, I just walked down the hill up that way on yonder. And figuring out how the deer got down here. Not gracefully is how they did it. Now, they had a nice little wipe out there. I don't want to do that myself. Maybe we won't go this way. Maybe we will go this way. The sketchy thing about walking on snow is it will hide little tree stump holes and things like that. So you got to be careful. I mean, other than, you know, the obvious stuff, sliding. But the sliding is why I chose to go through the woods, because the road is slicker than the woods. I've also noticed while walking I prefer finding the firmer snow, because it's at the softness level is like it's like just enough that my heel sinks in, not the front of my foot. And then you have an uneven gait, and that sucks to walk on. It's not easy on the ankles. Probably not good on my knees either. This is where the creek crosses the forest road that I'm on right now. Forest road roughly follows the creek, at least for this section. I should say farm road. Used to working in parks. So that's something we're gonna have to cut up soon. What a mess. Oh. Yeah, some guy shed some limbs. I can't figure out which one did. Someone around here shed some limbs and bowed this tree over. Now it's in the forest road. The farm road. I have to come with a saw, clean that up later. Oh, I'm glad it fell in all this fucking greenbrier. Yeah, so I'm not walking on that. It's probably either slick or just barely covering water that I will fall into and get my boots wet and not be happy. Oh, it was a whole tree that came over. Okay, I see. I think I don't need to cut up the tree. I just need to cut a few branches up there and trim up everything and knocked over. Yeah, we got some open water back there. This part of the creek never flows all that strongly. I'm going to come up on the other side and see what the rapids looks like. It's not really rapids, it's just some rocks that it flows over. It does pick up a lot of speed over there though. There's the culvert. Yeah, we got running water under the ice. Ooh. Hungry as fuck, dude. Like, I ate a bowl of oatmeal with protein powder. And I ate pizza. And I'm still hungry. Yeah, look, that was cool. It's bubbly. Normally what would happen in our snows is we would get a butt ton of snow and then it would all melt the next day. And this creek wouldn't be frozen, it'd be a little raging river. And I've seen it go way over these banks before. Thankfully it's nice and calm and placid today. And I can enjoy the critter treks. Following a leaf under the ice. I get little glimpses of it every now and then. It gets stopped up. Nope, it's right there. Oh, I lost it. Shame for shame. So I was always interested. I guess that's from water flowing underneath of it. That it does that weird little, like, the wavy shape. That's our property marker right there. So I don't think technically we own this culvert, but the neighbors don't mind us maintaining it, which we don't really do a great job of, but we do technically do it. We're the only ones that have done anything to it, and God knows how long. Yeah, so when it comes over its banks, it completely fills this. And it's carved out all of this. It's very pretty down there. Probably going to turn you off a moment and get a picture of that. I'm always sketched out walking over this, especially when I can't see it, because we have had sinkholes wash up here. I mean, that's what happens when you add soil and gravel to a place it was not before. If you're not doing the right type and packing it down well, and even sometimes then, it's just not going to want to stay. That's just the way nature is. Like, it carved out that path for a reason. I really need to get up on that road and keep clearing trees and shit. Oh, the growth last summer was just crazy. Never seen anything like it. That was the summer to harvest, for sure. Although we had a weird early spring, which kind of fucked up our crops. It's a nice picture too. Yeah, we had a late frost and it killed a lot of plants that we had planted early. Everything that wanted to go early, like the tomatoes, got absolutely wiped. Weird thing though is we harvested a lot of late tomatoes. So like we had snow on the ground, we're harvesting green tomatoes. I'm not a big fan of green tomatoes. We didn't get very many ripe tomatoes last year. So you can see the way the snow melts. It's melting up on that bank because that's where the sun kind of gets a focal point on it. And then it melts down into the creek. And if I am remembering correctly, this is actually a little snowbank right here, or a sandbank. But I'm not going to chance it today. I'm going to cut you off and get a picture, and then I might turn you back on in a minute and get another clip. I always love this tree. This tree has been through some shit, but she's still kicking. It's a rough old tree.